This video is about complex sentences. Okay, imagine this. You are speaking English. You already know how to say simple things. You already know how to join ideas using and, but, so. But then there comes a point where your English feels flat. Correct, yes? But not mature, not academic, not natural. And that's exactly where complex sentences walk in and say, hey, let's level this up. So, today we are going to fully unpack complex sentences, what they really mean, how they work in real life, when you should use them, when you shouldn't, types, real examples, and serious practice. Okay? So, no rush, no shortcuts, just proper understanding. Let's get into it. So, first, what is a complex sentence really? It means there will be one main idea and one extra idea that depends on it. That's it. Very simple, right? And that's the heart of it. So a complex sentence has one independent clause. That means this part can stand alone. And one dependent clause. That means this part cannot stand alone. So let me say that again slowly because this is where people usually get confused. A complex sentence is not complex because it is long. It is complex because one part depends on another part. So here are some simple examples. I stayed at home. This is complete, right? Because it was raining. This is incomplete by itself. Got it? So if I just say because it was raining, you will immediately ask me, so what? That's why it's called a dependent clause because it depends on the main idea to make sense. Now let's pause and really understand this idea of dependent. Think of it like this. An independent clause is a confident adult. A dependent clause is a child holding that adult's hand. The child cannot walk into the world alone, right? But together, yes, they make a meaningful sentence. That's exactly what a complex sentence is. So let me tell you why complex sentences are important. This is a big question. Complex sentences help you do things that simple sentences cannot do properly. So that help you to show reason, they help you to show contrast, they help you to show the time, condition, cause and effect, and they help you to show the real thinking. For example, you can compare these two. Say, for example, if I'm saying, I did not attend the meeting, I was unwell. It's correct, yes. But is this natural? Not really. Now, listen to this. I did not attend the meeting because I was unwell. Suddenly, the sentence flows, right? The relationship between the ideas is clear. Your English sounds organized and intelligent. That's why complex sentences are everywhere. In academic writing, you can see them in exams like PD, PD Core, IELTS, OET, and other types of exams, professional emails, presentation, and of course, real life conversations. So if you avoid complex sentences, then your English stays basic, even if your vocabulary is too good. Got it? So let me tell you when you should use complex sentences. You should use complex sentences when you want to explain a reason and if you want to add some background information when you're explaining, or if you want to show the time order, if you want to sound formal or academic, and if you want to connect ideas smoothly, these times you can use the complex sentences. But here is an important warning. Do not force complex sentences everywhere. Sometimes simple sentences are better too, right? Sometimes compound sentences are better. So, complex sentences are powerful, but only when used intentionally. Now let's get into the real grammar part. Types of complex sentences. Technically, complex sentences are formed using dependent clauses, and these dependent clauses usually start with something called subordinating conjunctions or relative words. We will break this into three main types, and I'll explain each one with examples. The type one is with reason or cause. Yes, the usage of because, since, as, this is the most common type. You use it when you want to explain why something happened. For example, she chose to study abroad because she wanted global exposure. Since the deadline was approaching, the team worked overtime. I avoided commenting as the situation was still unclear. Notice something important here. The dependent clause can come after the main clause or before the main clause. But when it comes before, then we have to use the comma. Example, if you're telling because she wanted global exposure, comma, she chose to study abroad. Same meaning, different structure, still complex. Okay? And the next type is complex sentences with time. Here the usage of the words such as when, while, after, before, whenever, until, all these comes into. So these show when something happens. For example, I realized the importance of time management when I started working full time. So, when I realized the importance of time management, when I started working full time, right? And while the manager was speaking, everyone took notes. So, when it happens, when they started to take the notes, when the manager was speaking, while double check the report before she double checked the report before she submitted it. So before submitting something, we always do double check, right? So these are extremely common in storytelling, explanation, and real life conversations. Got it? Type 3 is complex sentences with contrast or unexpected result. Words such as although, though, even though, whereas. So these are powerful because they show two ideas that don't normally go together. Examples are although he had enough experience, he lacked confidence. She continued the project even though the funding was limited. Whereas some people prefer structure, others thrive in flexibility. This type is very common in academic writing and discussion. Got it? And let me give you one bonus type. That type is complex sentence with conditions. So, usage of if, unless, provided that. Okay, these phrases or words we use. And here are some examples. If you manage your time well, you can avoid unnecessary stress. You won't succeed unless you stay consistent. Provided that all documents are verified, the application will be approved. Okay. Remember an important grammar rule. A dependent clause cannot stand alone. If you are saying because I was tired, it's not correct, right? That's wrong one. If you're saying like I went to bed early because I was tired or because I was tired I went to bed early, then that's the correct way. So here is the practice time. Now you can pause the video and try to read the practice questions by yourself and then you can answer it. Okay? I decided to take a break, dash, I was feeling mentally exhausted. What should come here? Which complex word we have to use in the blanks? Dash, the instructions were clear. Many participants made mistakes. She continued working late. Dash, she had already finished a task. We will proceed with the plan. Dash, the risks are manageable. He became more confident. Dash, he started presenting regularly. Dash, the traffic was heavy. They arrived on time. I prefer reading at night. Dash, the environment is quieter. Dash, you submit the form today. The process will be delayed. She remained calm. Dash, the situation was stressful. They postponed the meeting. Dash, the manager was unavailable. It's very easy, right? So now let's look at the answer. I hope you also done with your answers. I decided to take a break because I was feeling mentally exhausted. And for the second one, although the instructions were clear. And for the third one, even though. And for the fourth one, if. For the fifth one, when. And again for the sixth one, although the traffic was heavy, I prefer reading at night because. And for the eighth one, unless. She remained calm. Although the situation was stressful, they postponed the meeting because the manager was unavailable. It's simple and easy, isn't it? Okay, so that's all. It's very easy. If you truly understand complex sentences, not just the definition, but the logic behind them, then you unlock a whole new level of English. You stop sounding like you're translating in your head. You start sounding like you're thinking in English. Got it? And that is your real goal. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more English tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.